What's up and welcome back to misformeeple. My name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan, and in today's video we're going to be doing a first impression of Wonderland's War by Druid City Games.
Alright, so Wonderland's War from Druid City Games is a game for 2 to 5 players, and it plays 25 minutes per player. For your first time playthrough, I mean, it's going to take a while to set up. There's a lot to this game.
It's a very big game. It takes up a lot of table space. It is definitely a table hog.
Yeah, like I was getting a little bit of anxiety setting it up because like it just was taking up like all of our board game table. So in Wonderland's War, you're going to be drafting Tea Party cards that are going to be building out your bag.
So you're going to see the mechanics.
In Wonderland's War, it's got several mechanics that they just kind of mush it all together. It's got drafting, bag building, area control, asynchronous start or asynchronous abilities because each character plays the game just a little bit differently.
Yeah, each character has like a
unique ability to them.
Abilities. They have like
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like 6 abilities that they can choose from. I think it's like that. I think it's 6.
I think it's 4 unique, 6 on the right. It's a lot going on. Different chips for each starting player. But in the first part of the game, you're playing a Tea Party, in which that's when players are drafting Tea Party cards to build out their bag better to help in the war phase. You're just running around the Tea Party table, selecting which cards you want to draft, and then adding those cards either to your bag or upgrading your leader's strength. Once everyone's drafted 4 cards, it goes on to the war phase, and in the war phase you're going to be competing for the 5 different zones on the board, the 5 different spaces. And we're not too big on the Alice in Wonderland theme.
No.
So it's like I wasn't really too familiar with the 5 different zones. You had like Wit's End, the Red Castle, and like 3 other spaces from like the Alice in Wonderland.
Tuggly Woods.
Tuggly Woods, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't too familiar on the locations either. Do you know what like version of Alice in Wonderland this is based off of? Because I thought it was like a specific
this
one.
almost looks like some video game art from a while ago, but I have no clue. Like
I heard another content creator like say like exactly what it was based off of.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're not very big on Alice in Wonderland, but it's a solid game.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty solid. The colors are really pretty, like very bright colors, pink, greens, everything's very vibrant on the table. The artwork is gorgeous on the cards. I think we would have enjoyed it a little bit more had we got the deluxe version of Wonderland's War because it adds miniatures and it added the deluxe
plastic chips.
Yeah, the deluxe chips, which if you've ever played a bag builder before, those cardboard chips just don't cut it when you are digging into your bag. They all, like, just the feel of the cardboard.
A lot of people compared this to Quacks of Quedlinburg, which we've played. We own it. And a couple times we've played Quacks. We had the cardboard punch-out things.
Yeah, right, when we first got it.
And then you bought the, like,
I got the Geek Up bits from Board Game Geek.
Yeah, get them if you have Quacks and you're a fan of Quacks. We'll link them down below.
Hard plastic chips.
But it makes the game so much better.
They feel so much better and they clack in your bag and they just feel so much nicer to pick up. And I feel like you can get a better mix with those than you do the cardboard because the cardboard sometimes like sticks or gets stuck in the corner. And then, you know, that could be a really good chip that is just lost for the rest of the game because it just gets like stuck in there. And so yeah, I think we would have enjoyed it just a little bit more had we got the deluxe version of the game.
Because this is just the standard retail version that's starting to come out to stores right now.
But Michelle from Second Star to the Left did suggest that we get those coin capsules to put.
I didn't even know what the hell a coin capsule was till she posted it.
Well, we can link them down below as well. But basically what it is it's just like a card sleeve for your cardboard tokens. So just like a plastic case that goes over them to make them higher quality, and so they make the clack sound and they feel nicer on the table. So that I feel like we might have to get to kind of, you know.
Yeah, I mean those should be here like as we're filming.
Oh, did you order them already?
I'm expecting like the doorbell to ring during this video.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a game we honestly probably wouldn't have bought or really looked at until we saw all the other like content creators posting videos about it and whatnot.
Yeah, I feel like it was very...
It was hyped.
It was, very hyped. Everybody was talking about it, how great of a game it was. It's like the Quacks killer. It's like such a great, bag builder. But I feel like if we were a little bit more into the theme of Alice in Wonderland,
then this would probably land a little better.
I agree. Alice in Wonderland is fine. It's not our favorite theme. We don't typically gravitate towards that, but
right.
I thought it was fine. I think I was a little bit disappointed just because of how hyped it was.
Yeah, a little overhyped, but it's still a solid game. But I feel like the Quacks theme almost lands better for me. The fact that it's not themeless, but it's just like a fantasy setting.
Right, you're brewing a potion and like you're adding ingredients. So like the chip mechanic, I feel like the bag building mechanic, I feel like fits a little bit better with that. Whereas this one, you're just drafting allies that are chips?
You're drafting ally chips, and you're getting Wonderlandians, which could be chips, or they could be tokens that you move on.
I did like the way that you reveal your chips in this game. Although I will say, if you play it with 5 people, it does tend to drag on, because the way it works is when you go into the war phase.
You're pulling out one at a time, and everyone's revealing at the same time.
Right. Whoever has meeples in that location has to battle for control of that area. So one at a time, everybody pulls out a chip from their bag, holds it in front of you, and then you reveal it. And then you either go up the power rank?
I think battle strength is what it was referred to as.
You increase your strength on the battle track until somebody decides to stop, or you reach the end, and then that person gains control. And then you can bust by pulling
I believe it was madness.
That's not even busting. Busting is if you run out of people. So if
you don't have supporters in there, or you don't have your leader or another Wonderland.
The way you lose people is if you pull out a madness chip, you lose a meeple from the board. You can keep going. And once you get 4 madness tokens, then all of the chips you've pulled go back into your bag.
Yeah, refreshes.
Refreshes. But you keep going until you don't have any meeples left, and then you bust. And you're essentially out of the battle, or you decide to stop. One thing I did like about this one, I'm a big fan of games that have hidden objectives.
Oh yeah, because you get quest cards.
Yeah.
At the start of the game, you can get them later on.
I love games with that mechanic where everyone has a secret objective or mission they're trying to complete in the game, and it's secret. Nobody else knows what they're trying to do. So I did enjoy that element to where one might be oh, you need to win a battle at Tugly Woods with this token being your last chip, or you need to just stop on a forge symbol in the track, to where you don't necessarily have to win the battle, which for someone who does not like area control, that was really cool. Getting quests like that, to where I'm okay, I don't necessarily need to win this, I just need to pull out, stop pulling chips once I'm on that symbol, and then I've accomplished my objective, and then that will get me victory points, as opposed to just having the most people there on the board.
But we did play it a little bit wrong when we played it, because we were only awarding points to the person who had the highest strength.
Yeah.
In which case we should have been rewarding that, and the person who had the second highest strength, they should have got half points.
Yeah, we did play that a little bit wrong.
In the battle. So yeah, just a little bit wrong. I don't think it would have made too much of a difference, because I believe you had a commanding lead of points.
I did.
To where I don't think anyone... That was part of your 10
I actually probably would have gotten more, because I came in second quite a few times in the battles.
Oh, would have gotten more. Yeah. My lead would have been even bigger.
You don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
But,
there's no way to tell.
I will say, though, for the 5-player game that we played, there wasn't as many Wonderlandians that came into play.
Yeah, I was surprised with I mean, I specifically didn't even go for Wonderlandians, and I feel like that's what hurt my score a lot because I didn't go for those cards.
So Wonderlandians, so during the Tea Party phase, certain Tea Party cards that you can draft will have this Wonderlandian symbol on it, which means you can take like one of 3
special people.
One of 3 special people that are out. They give you like a special ability, you get their character token, and then you can use them for the rest of your game as like an ally. So I think like we should have been going for those, I think, earlier on, because those would have helped more. But I think because it was our first time playing, we weren't really sure like what they did, and we were still trying to figure it out.
I also think this game probably would play best at 3. Like I feel like at that point it won't drag on as long. Yeah. And I wouldn't say you get more cards, but you just go through the game a lot faster and it'd have a lot better pace.
Yeah. And it would help with, like, picking with the Tea Party. Because it does refresh after everybody goes around the table once.
Right, once you pass the head of the table.
Right, and then the Tea Party phase ends once everybody has 4 Tea Party cards. But I feel like with 5 people, it was kind of crazy because like you didn't always get to pick the card that you wanted,
and people are taking up spots on the table to where like those spots don't refresh when you're at the head.
Right. So like the mix up of cards was like less than what it typically would have been.
I do like that this game has, for your standard allies that you can recruit from, it has 4 different variabilities or varieties to play from, like an A, B, C, and D side.
Yeah.
You know, just like how Quacks has different varieties for their chips, so does this. So I would like to play it, you know, with a lower player count and with one of those variations of play.
Yeah.
But since it was our first time playing it, I'd recommend playing on the A side of everything.
Yeah.
So
that might be enough variability to like to
keep
change
it fresh.
Yeah, to keep it fresh and change it up.
I also don't want to play the Mad Hatter again.
No,
Who did you play?
I played Alice.
You played Alice? That's right.
So Alice's ability was really cool because she got to go counterclockwise along the Tea Party table.
Right, which I didn't think would play that big of a part.
It really did. So I actually went last in the player count, but it was nice because so once you go around the Tea Party, you have to roll the madness dice and you get madness, but then everything refreshes. So ideally, you kind of want to take your time going around the thing, so you don't have to roll a madness die. So like the cards that were towards the end, a lot of times like weren't being picked because people didn't want to jump all the way to the end. But because I was Alice, I got to start on the outside. So a lot of the times I kind of got like my pick of what I wanted from
like,
that
essentially
side.
First pick from like the 3 cards at that section.
Right,
of the table.
from the last side of the table. Yeah. So that was kind of nice. So it worked out if you're Alice if you go last.
The Mad Hatter special ability was it's my party, or it's my Tea Party, to where at once during a Tea Party phase I can refresh everything and then just pull a card from the Tea Party rather than moving my character.
That's cool.
So I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, but it didn't come up, like I used it every Tea Party, which I think you should if you're ever playing the Hatter, because why not? It saves you from moving around the table, potentially rolling that madness dice and like hurting your bag more, because if you get more madness, you add those chips, right? Or
yes.
No, you get shards when you roll the die.
You get shards.
When do you have the bad chips? At the end of every round?
At the end of every round, when the Tea Party is
got the
over,
most shards
whoever
gets
has
2 madness chips.
Yeah, whoever has the most shards
That's
gets 2 madness chips, and then everybody else gets 1.
Yeah, so everyone's adding madness chips no matter what throughout the game.
Right, but you don't want to have, more shards than everybody.
Right. So it's like, I like the Mad Hatter, but at the same time, he kind of manages his madness with his chips and everything like that, to where that's just one, like, layer I didn't want to have to think about, to where I would rather play as like the Jabberwock, who has like poison that he can dish out, or maybe the Jabberwock's a she, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. It's a thing. Maybe the Jabberwock can like dish out poison better.
Yeah, I think that's part of this game too, is just finding the character and abilities that matches
you like
your
to play.
matches your play style. I didn't think Alice was bad. Hers was pretty straightforward. Although I will say I didn't use half of her abilities because I just it wasn't how I wanted to play.
Right.
I did use the one that I could get, or I unlocked it to where I could get like a random Wonderlandian, and I use it temporary for that battle round, and then it would go away. So that was helpful. But yeah, I didn't really use any of the other abilities that she had. But the counterclockwise thing was pretty cool.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts. Would you play it again?
I would definitely play it again. I think once we have those like chip holders, I think it will definitely elevate the game just a little bit more. Because the first time we played Quacks, I was like, it's okay. Mm-hmm. And then Mitch really liked it. So for his birthday, I bought him the upgraded chips because I know he really likes that game.
Yeah.
So I bought him the upgraded chips, and then we played it again. And I noticed that I enjoyed it a little bit more because the chips just add that extra element to it. Makes it, I don't know, it makes like going into your bag a little bit more fun because of the sound it makes and the way they feel. So I think once we get those
coin
capsules, hopefully this will be a little bit better. And I would like to try out the different characters. Like, I don't think I would want to be Alice again. I would want to try to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Like and maybe if we play with, like, you know, the B side or, like, a different thing that changes up what the tokens do.
I gotcha. Like, for me, I was a little disappointed. I feel like the game was hyped up just a little too much.
Yeah.
Like, we more than likely wouldn't have got it if it wasn't hyped so much.
Yeah.
But we had to find out. You know, we had to see for ourselves. And I really enjoyed Quacks. Like, Quacks was up there for me when we played it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I had way high expectations for this game. And it didn't fall flat. It's still a solid game. It's good.
Yeah.
But I feel like it just slightly misses it. And maybe that's just because, like, I didn't find that one variation of play yet. You know, to where it's like, I don't know. I need to play it one or two more times to... like, really see how I feel about it. But if you like bag builders, pool builders, and...
especially if you like Alice in Wonderland, the theme is...
it's very thematic.
Very thematic. Yeah. If you're into the Alice in Wonderland theme.
Right.
Like, I appreciated the components, and the artwork, like I said, is gorgeous. I'm just not that big into Alice in Wonderland, so, like, the theme for me didn't really... appeal to me.
If you'll come back to a game for a theme that you don't like, I feel like it's a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like, if you're willing to revisit it, even if you're like, I'm meh on it.
Right.
So it's good. It's got solid mechanics that all somehow blend well together.
I will say, too, so, like, in Quacks of Quedlinburg, I do prefer the way the bag building works in that game, where everyone is just all at the same time, pulling from... it's like, what is that called? Where everybody goes at the same time?
All at once? I don't know. Oh, no, it does have a specific name. I can't remember what it's... simultaneous action. Yeah,
it's simultaneous action. So everybody is pulling from their chips, and they're just pulling out until they decide to stop. And then once everybody stops, you move into the next round.
I think the last round is the only time where everyone's pulling out at the same time.
Right. So, like... in Wonderland's War, the bag building, I feel like, is, like, slower because only the people... there's 5 different locations. So only the people that have meeples there are doing the bag... or pulling from their bag. And they do it one at a time. So if you only have meeples in 2 out of the 5 locations, you have to wait for... yeah, you're waiting for people to pull out chips one at a time until they decide to stop. And when you play with 5 people... it can take a long time until they decide to stop, and then it goes to the next location, and again, you're waiting until it gets to your spot where you have meeples, and then you're pulling it out one at a time. So the war phase does go a little bit slower, especially at 5 players, where I think you're right. I think this would ideally play at 3, because it would go a little bit quicker.
I feel like it might be better at 2 players because there are 2-player variants on the player boards to where you flip the player boards over and it changes their powers a little bit.
Okay.
And there's a little bit different setup, I think, for 2 players. So it might adjust how your bag plays. Okay. Or maybe that's one thing that's just putting us off a little bit is like how slow a 5-player game went. Yeah.
I mean, because it says 25 minutes per player. So...
I think it took us double that time.
It took us, what, like 4?
No, 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was the first time, so we did have to, like, set everything up. But, I mean, you're always going to have to set everything up. But, like, playtime took us, 3.5 hours.
I wasn't timing it. I had a good time playing it, though.
Yeah, I did too. It was really fun. But I think by the time you get to that, because you play, 3 rounds?
Yeah, it's played over 3 rounds.
Yeah, I think the game just went on a little bit too long. Like, when we were playing the first round and the second round, like, one of our friends that was playing with us, she's like, oh my god, I want to play this game again. And by the time we got to the third round, it was going so slow, and the third round, like, took so long that we were like, we don't have that.
The third round was kind of epic, though, because there was, like, everyone had all their supporters out and, like, allies, to where it took a while to get us there. But it was like, the Red Keep, everyone was fighting over that. Everyone was in that battle.
Yeah, because by the time, because it does ramp up, because you're slowly, like, unlocking more and more of your abilities throughout the game. So by the time you do get to the third round, like, everyone has a lot of chips in their bag. They have a lot of, more meeples unlocked. They have a lot more allies. So yeah, there is a lot more going on in that third round, but the third round by far took the longest to get through, to where by the time we were finished with it and, like, the game was finally over, we're like, we don't have the mental capacity to play that again right now.
Yeah.
To where we had to play something lighter.
Did we redeem our points and get this? Is that one of the reasons that we got it? Like, didn't we use, like,
yes.
a 20% off or something like that? Or?
We got this and Arc Nova for basically almost free. Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, of course we were going to try it with all the hype, and we're getting them next to nothing.
We had ramped up, like, a significant amount of points at our
got a gift card.
friendly
we had
local
like $100
gaming store.
off, and they had a 20% off sale of everything in the store.
Right, so we basically got Wonderland's War and Arc Nova for basically, not nothing, because we had to buy stuff to ramp up our points. Right. But, so that's one of the reasons we did decide to try it, because of all the hype. So we did snag a copy from them. But yeah, I mean, it's a solid game. I would definitely play it again. Do I think it was overhyped? Yes.
Not trying to sell you on the game.
If you like Alice in Wonderland, then I say definitely go for it, because the theme, like I said, is, like, very strong.
It's very well
It's just
done.
not
the
a theme that
very
personally appeals to us.
Let's turn it around to you. Like, the artwork is fantastic too. So I mean, it's got a lot going for it.
And can you still get the deluxe version, or was that just the Kickstarter?
I don't think you can. I think that's the Kickstarter.
Okay. Well, we will link the coin capsules down below if you
in case you want to upgrade your own.
And you do want the quality chips. Thanks, Michelle from Second Star to Left, for telling us about those.
Yeah, when she said coin capsules, I was like, what the heck are you talking about? I don't know what the heck a coin capsule is. And I think they're used for, like, collecting coins. Like,
yeah, but you just put the cardboard token in it, and then it's just like a hard plastic shell that, like, goes around it, and it just makes it feel higher quality. So, yeah. So we'll definitely have to get those and then try it again and see if our opinions have changed. Once we try it at different characters, try it with the B-side, maybe try it at 2 players or 3 players.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I think 5 was too much. I don't... Like, while there's 5 spaces and 5 characters, I think... It definitely doesn't play best at 5.
No. Yeah, I agree. It just dragged on too long at 5. But yeah, that was our first impression of Wonderland's War. We thought it was a little bit overhyped, and the theme didn't really land with us. But it is a theme that a lot of people do enjoy, so I think it's a theme that would land with a lot of people, just it's not one that we're particularly drawn to.
I know we've been putting a lot of games in this category that we've been calling, like, would like to play, don't want to own it. Yeah. And it's like, if we didn't get it for free, I feel like this game still would have been in that category.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot we had the gift card and everything like that, to where we were able to do that. So, yeah, I mean, now that we own it, I'm still probably going to play it a couple more times.
I mean, we do enjoy bag builders. I just, area control is just not a mechanism that
you don't like the head-to-head fighting.
I don't like the head-to-head fighting. I don't know. So, yeah, that, because it does, like, a whole section of the game is devoted to that. I liked the tea party phase, and I liked building my bag, and I liked completing the quest cards, those, like, secret objectives. If it didn't have that in it, I think my opinion would be totally different.
Really? The quest cards? That helps? Okay.
Because that let you, it kind of took away from the area control.
People didn't really know what you were going for, to where it's like, oh, why did you stop at that? And
right, why'd you pull out? You have so many people, and but you had a secret objective. So it's like an additional way to get victory points besides just winning combat. So that's what I enjoyed.
So if you liked what you saw, click the like button down below, click the bell so you can get notified of our videos, which we release every Sunday, and hit the subscribe button because that really helps us out. But my name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
I feel like I didn't have as much pep in my voice.
Get that pep, Morgan.
I'm sleepy.
All right, pep it up.
Even have
Run in
caffeine.
place. Run in place. You're not running in place.
Okay.
Run in place. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Misformeeple. My name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan, and in today's that just completely fucked me up.
What's wrong with that? You said bring some pep. Look like you're more awake now. Talking about games.
Karate chopping.
Everybody was kung fu.
Cool.
So what are you going for the neck? We're Misformeeple. My name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan. Thank you so much for watching.
All right, bye.
Wait, we didn't say like and subscribe.
God, I built another shelf because we got so many board games. Friggin', you can't see it.
They're not
but
even all on the shelf.
They're not all on the shelf, but there's another shelf in here, and I'd
Haul
like to.
video is coming.
No, I would like to
It's
see
coming.
someone with the calyx do that. Yeah, build another shelf. You can't.
Ooh, it's 560.
How the hell is it 560?
550.
What? Do you mean it's just 6 o'clock? It's 5:60?